Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day out there. Today, Fitchburg turns 33 years old. It doesn't seem like that far back. And the Fitchburg Historical Society, exclusively Rich Eggleston, joined me last Friday. We talked about how Fitchburg became a city. And this is really an awesome interview. So take a look. Welcome back to Talking Fitchburg. Today, joining us is Rich Eggleston. He's from the Fitchburg Historical Society, and he brings us kind of a fun event here for the 26th. It's when the City of Fitchburg became the City of Fitchburg.
That's right.
Which is pretty cool. And we had a chance to meet and talk about this, and there's a lot of fun facts about this specific day. So, and this year is the 33rd anniversary.
Right.
So, hit us up to break this down for us.
Well, Fitchburg became a city by a 4-3 decision of the Wisconsin Supreme Court, which I think is the only time a city has ever been created by a court decision. And what happened, Fitchburg had been trying to become a city for years, and it was rebuffed. And then what happened was that the city decided, because they had good lawyer, they decided to try to become a city the same way Oak Creek became a city. The legislature passed a specific law that allowed Oak Creek to become a city only because it was next door to Milwaukee, it had a certain population, and it had done everything else. Well, Fitchburg said, we should be a city too. We have the right population and so on. We're not next to a city of the first class like Milwaukee.
Right.
But Madison could be a city of the first class if it wanted to pass a resolution. And
so there you go.
And the state Supreme Court said, oh, okay, Madison, you don't need to actually pass the resolution for Fitchburg to become a city, and that's how it happened. And it was a close decision.
Yeah, 4-3 vote.
4-3. Shirley Abrahamson, who's the longest serving member of the state Supreme Court, was a dissenting opinion. I can't remember who passed who wrote the majority opinion, but it was widely considered that Roland Day was the swing vote on that 4-3.
It's just crazy that it made it to the Supreme Court to make that decision. So, and that Shirley's still there today. So it's just crazy to think that it wasn't that long ago that we went from a town to a city. So, and the newspaper article that we had up showed you that as well. I like this. No longer a horse town.
One horse town.
One horse town. I'm sorry.
And that's a picture from Fitchburg, and that's along Seminole Highway, and the farmer, I'm not sure who that was, is dropping off a bunch of milk cans because the Illinois Central Railroad used to come by, and that's how the farmers got their milk to market, to the dairy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I love these photos from you guys. Got so many over there. It's just awesome. So talking about the growing, the leaps and bounds. So this is kind of interesting.
1970, Fitchburg had fewer than 5,000 people. In the early part of in the early 1900s, like just a couple hundred. And then mainly because of growth in Madison and, Elbow Room and Liebenstrom, by 1980, the population was 11,900.
And that's pretty crazy. So you go from 1970 at 4,700, then you go 1980.
Well over doubled.
What besides Madison growing, people were just getting out of the area, moving in, like any other reasons that we saw that growth?
It was a period of growth all over the state of Wisconsin, all over the country, but close to a metropolitan area, in a metropolitan area, you get much greater growth because that's where the jobs were.
Gotcha. Yeah, and you guys just had your meeting about the farmland. You know, Fitchburg was, you know, mainly farmland, and now what we've got here is a picture of the land area that we started off with.
Yeah, and this was up until 1953. Fitchburg was still a square township, 36 square miles. Nothing had eroded, but then by the 1970s and by 1980, there had been annexations by the city of Madison. And you can see that jagged, bad, you know, if I were going to an orthodontist, I'd say, please fix my bite. And
Right. Well, and it wasn't just, so you got the harsh area at top of there, but then when you're looking at the southern part of Fitchburg, Oregon kind of picked up some of that too. So basically,
not really.
Fitchburg kind of shrank up, right?
Well,
When you're comparing the two maps, we definitely lost a little bit of space.
Lost a couple square miles.
So pretty cool indeed.
And what happened was that the people in the town leaders in Fitchburg were not happy. And as a result of that, they worked tirelessly to become a city, to incorporate, because then they'd be immune from annexation.
Right.
So they managed to get that 4-3 decision. They promptly rushed to the state capitol and filed their incorporation papers with Secretary of State Douglas Follett, and who's still Secretary of State, by the way. And they created a city government. The first mayor was Ed Laframboy, who has passed away, and he was sworn in by Andy Summers, who was the town municipal attorney, and Andy wore, this is, you know, Fitchburg being an Irish city, Andy wore a green robe to perform the ceremony.
And you can see that on that photo here. I mean, the photo's in black and white, but just imagine that in a tough green there.
It's not black. You can tell that. So
awesome.
He's still got the robe, by the way.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, are you neighbors with him? Is that right?
No, but he lives in Fitchburg. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. So, well, Rich, we appreciate you coming in today and sharing some of the information with you. If you want to find out more, you can always go to the Fitchburg Historical Society, and you've guys got the full information there and more.
We hope.
We hope so. All right, perfect. Thank you so much. We'll be right back. It's Talking Fitchburg.
Thank you.